Alabdharasah kalyanyo ma abur madvirya chindaya. So you should allow the mind to grow more and more intense. That intensity of the mind takes place when the beloved object is at a distance. Let the intensity grow, grow and grow. Now Shuka makes an observation. Kvema striyo vanacharir vyabhichara dushtaha Krishne kvacha isha paramatmani rudha bhavaha Nanvishwaro anubhajato avidusho abhisakshat Shreyastano tyagadaraja ivo vayuktaha. I don't know, any one of you has ever heard this kind of a verse and its relevance. This is an observation made by Shukadeva. We generally say, what? Why did Krishna have the Rasalila with so many Vraja women? With whom did he have? He had it with his own partners, so to say. The Kumaris had performed Katyayini Vrata with a view to obtain Krishna as their husband. Who was Krishna? He was living in Vrindavan. They were living in some houses. Krishna was living in the house of Nandagopa and Yashoda. So they were seeing each other. The only question was they should get married. That was their prayer. Now Krishna, knowing that it is so, he agreed to marry them. That is why he went there. To correct their misbehavior. What was the misbehavior? Entering into the waters for bath without any dress. Suppose there is an emergency, they may have to run. If they are naked, will it be possible? So that mistake he wanted to show and punish. And in what capacity? In the capacity as their own beloved partner, he had accepted them. Then he said, I will play with you. Was it wrong for Krishna to have played with those girls who wanted him to be the husband? And they had already mentally got married also. So he started playing with them. Absolutely all right. Then what happened? When he played the flute, giving them the signal that I am ready here, come, so many others also apparently went. Actually, it was a signal for the Kumaris alone, not for the others. But they also came. When they came, see, this is a very delicate subject. So you should listen to also in the same sense of delicacy. Kvema striyo vanacharir vyabhichara dushtaha. Because Srimad Bhagavata has explained, this Swamiji has got a fervor to explain it to the people. And my purpose in explaining it is to bring forth the message of Srimad Bhagavatam and to make you understand that Srimad Bhagavata never says anything wrong or impractical. It is a value-oriented and value-enriched presentation. Now this particular community, the Vraja group, they were not very educated. Culturally and socially they belonged to such a group where so much of morality was not there. Particularly sexual morality was not there. Vyabhichara dushtaha is the word used. They were already smitten and stained by the Vyabhichara dosha. Vyabhichara literally means prostitution. So for them, this kind of a marriage, looseness, etc., it was not a huge or a big problem. So Vyabhichara dushtaha, where are these women who are already smitten culturally by the dosha of Vyabhichara? Krishne kvachaisha paramatmani rudha bhavaha. And such people who lack that moral impeccability. Krishne kvachaisha paramatmani rudha bhavaha. But their minds, when they started becoming devoted to Krishna, that devotion became so intense, deep, wholesome, overwhelming and overpowering, oversweeping. It was so deep. Nanvishwaro anubhajato avidusho visakshat Shayastanotyakadaraja ivopayuktaha. It worked like magic. Just like Agadaraja ivopayuktaha. Suppose there is a proven remedy, a medicinal remedy, and there is a disease you are suffering from. If you take that medicine, it will start working in anybody. no matter whether the patient is a moral patient or an immoral patient. A thief will also go to the doctor. A dacoit also will go to the doctor. The doctor will treat the patient with the same medicines, and the medicines have effect. In the same manner, their worship, their devotion, their memory, their craze for Krishna, the devotional madness they had for Krishna, it was so deep and wholesome that it worked like medicine for a disease in a patient. Kvema striyo vanacharir vyabhichara dushtaha Krishne kvachaisha paramatmani rudha bhavaha nanvishwaro anubhajato avidusho visakshad. They may be ignorant. They may be ignorant. They may have so many defects. But on the other side is the Supreme Lord, whose creation everything is, including the Vrindavana women created by the same Lord. So the Lord cannot refuse anybody or deny anybody. Avidushaha anubhajataha api ishvaraha upayuktaha agadarajaha iva sakshat shreyaha tanodi. These are words which you have to sit, read and learn. Avidushaha, for the ignorant, but anubhajataha, constantly doing bhajana or worship of the Lord. For such a person, Ishvaraha, the Lord, upayuktaha agadarajaha iva. When a very powerful and proven medicine is taken, will it not act on the body and cure the disease? Exactly in the same manner, Sakshat Shreyaha Tanudi, the God bestowed upon them the supreme felicity, like a potent medicine when properly used. So what a wonderful statement. Nannishwaro nubhajato avidusho bisakshat shreyastanotyagadaраja ivopayuktaha. So none of you should raise one single word of protest against all this. Understand that they worshipped the Supreme Lord. You may not understand, but Krishna could understand. Remaining in a human form, he was evincing the entire divine splendor and the divine emotional response. They may have many defects, but their minds were devoted to the Supreme Lord. And in that, they did not have any corruption, they did not have any stealth at all. Leaving everything, they took to Krishna. This is what even the best of seeker in this world, however educated and embellished he is, should, must and will do even today. What is the difference between a good, strong seeker of truth, leaving his home and hearth in search of the truth? In the same manner, these innocent women went into the forest. Of course, Krishna was the focus. Did Krishna ever behave in a wrong manner? Certainly not. Certainly not. Now, while Krishna behaved in this manner with the Vraja women, you see how he behaved with the Viprapatnis, the wives of the Brahmanas. They did not have any kind of a dosha or lack of culture or refinement. Tastatha tyakta sarvasha prapta atmadidirkshaya vijnaya hiladrigdrashta praha prahasitananaha. When the Viprapatnis, when their husbands refused food for Krishna and Balarama, Krishna said, go and ask their wives. The women folk will behave in a better manner. Tell them that I have come here along with my brother, we are hungry. Tell them to give us some food. They may be performing a yajna or a yaga. Even then, he sent at such a propitious time where the food could be given. It was permitted according to the Shastras. So they went. What did they do? The husbands refused. In beautiful place, they collected very good food, delicious food, and themselves carried it to Krishna and Balarama. When they went there, Krishna meets them in this manner. Swagatam vo mahabhaga asyadam karavamagim yenno didrikshaya prapta upamannamidam hivaha. You know, he receives them. Swagatam vo mahabhaga. He never expected them to come. The Vraja women, especially the Kumaris, were specially beckoned by him as promised. Here it was an unexpected arrival. So, in spite of it, Krishna says, Swagatam vo Mahabhaga, O fortunate, graceful women, welcome to all of you. Asyatam Karavamagim, be seated for a while. You must have come from a distance. You must be tired. So, be seated. Enno didrikshaya prapta upapannamidam hi vaha. He Mahabhagaha vaha swagatam. Asyadam kim karavama naha didrikshaya praptaha idi yad vaha idam upapannam hi. You have come with a view to see me. It is absolutely all right. I welcome you. Be seated. Sit in a comfortable manner. It is extremely rare but proper that you have decided to come yourselves with a view to see me. Nanvadha mayi kurvanti kushalaha swartha darshanaha ahaidukya vyavahidam bhaktim atma priye yatha prana buddhi manaswatma dara patyadhanadayaha prana buddhi manaswatma dara patyadhanadayaha yat samparkat priya asan tadaha konvapara priya. This is the excellence of Srimad Bhagavatam. Though Srimad Bhagavatam is known to be a devotional scripture, you will find whenever there is a reference to God, that is always juxtaposed, followed and succeeded by or preceded by reference to the self. To make the devotees understand that God is no other than one's own self, self and self. Nanvadha mayi kurvanti kushalaha swartha darshanaha ahaidukya vyavahidam bhaktim atma priye yatha. These women are actually, they have brought food for Krishna with a lot of love, fondness and affection. A lot of feelings and sentiments are there. Actually, it is from houses where Krishna and Balarama were refused food by the men folk. So you just imagine, normally the women are subservient to men. Whatever the men refuse to do, they have no freedom to do. In this case, they have flouted all norms and all kinds of bondage, so to say. And they decided that we should carry the food ourselves to Krishna as well as Balarama. So when they have gone there, Krishna is in an evaluative manner assessing what they have done and giving a great certificate and a stamp of approval. Nanvadha mayi kurvanti kushalaha swartha darshanaha ahaidukya vyavahidam bhaktim atma priye yatha. He says that atma priye mayi, atma priye mayi. I am what? I am really the self of all of you. It is this self that people, devotees generally describe as the Supreme Almighty God, the beloved of all. Actually, Atma Priye Mahi, I am the most beloved for every human being in this world. Ahaitukya vyavahidam bhaktim kurvanti. Ahaitukya vyavahidam. What does it mean? People who are very much experts, kushalaha swartha darshanaha. They are experts in the matter of fulfilling the true objective of human life of oneself. Kushalaha. They are very clever also. Not that they are foolish or they are unthinking. They are given to a lot of introspection, analysis, assessment and what not. Such people who are given to extreme thinking, subtle process of thinking and evaluation, swartha darshanaha, who at the same time are interested in catering to their own objectives in life. Those people, they develop a lot of fondness and devotion to me. Atma priye mahi. I am the most beloved to them. Ahaitukya vyavahidam bhaktim. They develop such a devotion which has got no motivation at all behind it. It's a kind of a natural and irresistible flow from their heart. There is no special purpose why they are devoted to Krishna. No special purpose. It is not something selfish. It is not something narrow. It is not something worldly or secular even. Vyavahidam. Ahaitukya vyavahidam. It is not concealed also. Avyavahidam. There is no concealment. It was an open, wholesome expression of fondness and affinity for me. And this kind of an affinity and fondness has been extended by whom? Kushalaha Swartha Darshanaha. By people who are very clever, very intelligent, very shrewd. Swartha Darshanaha means what? People who are very selfish in attaining their own objectives. So don't think that they are blinded by anything. They were well-seeing people, well-thinking people, well-analyzing people. Such people also are developing or generating a lot of devotion towards me without any kind of a motivation or concealment. Nanvadhamayi kurvandi kushalaha swartha darshanaha ahaidukya vyavahidam bhaktim atma priyeyatha. So your visit here is not at all surprising to me. It is not an exception at all. It is quite natural. Bhaktim adha yatha kurvandi. They indeed find me alone to be a true object of supreme devotional fondness. Nothing else they find in this world. Prana buddhi manaswatma dharapatya dhanadeha yat samparkat priya asan tadaha konva parah priyaha. Just imagine, these are all very deep processes of thinking and introspection. Prana buddhi manaha swatma dhara apatya dhana adayaha yat samparkat priya asan. If you think of your personality consists of a few components or constituents. What are they? Prana, the cosmic life force. Buddhi, intelligence. Manaha, the mind. Swatma, the egocentric self. Dharapatya dhanadeha, wife. Apatya, child, children. Dhanadeha, wealth and the other things. You tell me, all these things, if you consider properly, all of them are in a way inert and insentient. Cosmic force, it may be a cosmic force prana, but it is insentient. Buddhi, intelligence, the brain, that is also insentient. Manaha, mind, that also. Then what about the ego? That is also a constituent within us. Then dharapatya dhanadeha, wife. Primarily when you refer to the wife, you are referring to the body personality. Then apatya, child, the same. Wealth and the other things. All these things are, why are they becoming dear to you? Is there anybody who loves wind, who loves electrical energy or any other form of energy? They all become dear to us and beloved to us only because yet samparkad. Because they are all animated by, activated by our own Atma, the sentience, the sentient self. We don't like the body of anybody the moment it ceases to be animated and activated. So whenever we are thinking of all these prana, buddhi, manas, atma, dhara, apatya, dhana, etc., it is only because they are in a personality, in our personality, which is animated and activated by the spirit. So, yes samparkad, by whose association, coupled with whom, priya asan, all these become very dear to us. Tadaha konva parah priyaha. Can there be anything dearer than that? Dearer than what? Dearer than the self, whose animation makes all these constituents and components very dear to us. This is a very great statement. But for the self, oneself, I don't think anything in this world will become dear to anybody, to you or anybody else. My dear viewers, are you following the reason here presented by Krishna? Prana buddhi manaswatma dharapatya dhanadaya yat samparkat priya asan tadah konva parah priyaha. Yat samparkat prana buddhi manaswatma dharapatya dhanadaya priya asan tadah aparaha kaha nu priyaha. Everything is made dear only because of the dearest self that we have or that we are. Now this concept is very beautifully discussed in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. By saying this, what do I mean? What Krishna says is not something new. Many of you think that Krishna's words were new for the first time in the world. It is not so. Krishna also was a human being. And in his conversation, he always quotes the Upanishads and such other original texts. He also sometimes cites as illustration and example great and honorable people. He refers to Janaka, he refers to Tattvadarshis. Now in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is a conversation, a dialogue between Yajnavalkya and Maitreyi. Maitreyi was one of the two wives of Yajnavalkya, a great celebrated Brahmana. He features very much in our Upanishads as a great and an illustrious knower of truth. During the conversation he says, Nava are patyuhu kamaya patih priyo bhavati, atmanastu kamaya patih priyo bhavati, Nava are jayayai kamaya jaya priya bhavati, atmanastu kamaya jaya priya bhavati, Nava are putranam kamaya putraha priyaha bhavanti, atmanastu kamaya putraha priya bhavanti, Nava are vittasya kamaya vittam priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya vittam priyam bhavati. Let me explain this. My dear Maitreyi, Nava are patyuhu kamaya patih priyo bhavati. I am your husband, you are my wife. You have a lot of fondness, affection, weddedness, loyalty, a sense of inseparableness with me. You know why? Let me tell you the truth. It is not because it is a fondness for me, your husband. Nava are patyuhu kamaya patih priyo bhavati. Nobody likes the husband for the sake of the husband as such. Then why is one liking the husband? Atmanastu kamaya patih priyo bhavati. Who is husband? A man. And he is one man among so many other men in the whole human community. Why should a particular man be dear to you, if at all? That is because he is your husband. Means this is my husband, my husband. Whichever person is my husband, I like him. So it is that my husbandness that makes me love him, adore him, be fond of him, be loyal to him. There is nothing like loving the husband for the husband's sake. Are you hearing me properly? This is what the Upanishads say, and Krishna is restating it. Nava are patyuhu kamaya patih priyo bhavati, atmanastu kamaya patih priyo bhavati. Is this way of loving another restricted only to the husband, conjugal relationship? Certainly not. Nava are jayayai kamaya jaya priya bhavati. Similarly, it is not applicable to women alone, to men also. If a particular woman a man is fond of, it is only because that particular woman happens to be his wife. It is my wife, therefore I like him. So everywhere you will find the I and mine are shining maximum. They are on the foremost. Atmanastu kamaya jaya priya bhavati, nava are putranam kamaya putraha priya bhavanti. Why is it that you don't have equal love and fondness for all the children in all the houses nearby or in the world? Because you have no relationship with them. With regard to your children born of your loins, you have a feeling that it is my children, my sons, my sons. So that minus, when you find reflected or shining in anybody, you like those children and there is a special fondness. Atmanastu kamaya putraha priya bhavanti. All the sons, only when they become your sons, you have fondness for you. Now he goes to other objects, non-alive objects. Nava are vittasya kamaya vittam priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya vittam priyam bhavati. There may be a lot of wealth lying in so many places, belonging to so many others. Do you have a feeling of my feeling about them? I always say public property. What is public property? The property which the government or the nation has hard made for the sake, for the use of all the public. In our country, how many citizens are there who have a feeling that this is my wealth, my country's wealth? They don't have that feeling. So invariably they spoil it, set fire to it, pelt stones at them, destroy them, not knowing the country, the people's sweat and toil have gone to make it, and again it will have to be made by them. So there is lack of fondness, that reflection that it is my country, is mine, that feeling is not there. So, nava are vittasya kamaya vittam priyam bhavati. For the sake of wealth, nobody likes or is fond of wealth. Only when that wealth belongs to you, you have a feeling it is mine, it becomes dear to you. Nava are pashunam kamaya pashavah priya bhavanti. Atmanastu kamaya pashavah priya bhavanti. Suppose there are cows. There may be so many cows in one village or even in one place, huge region. All the cows, you don't have any fondness. You don't get even joy looking at them. But when your cows are there, my cows, I like them. They are dear to me. Nava are brahmane kamaya brahma priyam bhavati. Atmanastu kamaya brahma priyam bhavati. The same applies to Brahma also. Brahma means not the creator, Brahman. Brahmane kamaya brahma priyam na bhavati. Atmanastu kamaya. When that Brahman becomes I, aham brahmasmi, then only that you have that feeling of dearness towards him. Nava are kshatrasya kamaya kshatram priyam bhavati. Atmanastu kamaya kshatram priyam bhavati. Lokanam kamaya lokaha priyana bhavanti. Atmanastu kamaya lokaha priya bhavanti. In the same manner, whether it is valor or any other quality, you are not fond of it. But when that quality belongs to you and you find your own reflection in it, then only you are fond of it. The same applies to lokaha, devaha, vedaha, everything. Everything becomes dear only when you find that it is mine.